with Kent and Central Florida. Oh, pardon me, guys. Here we go. All right, yep, 35.5. This total's dropped here to 54.5. I think these lines might be a little older. Had these kind of typed in early, a little bit earlier than that. Kent and Central Florida as our first matchup today. This one goes off at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. We know the deal with Kent, right? Everyone's calling them the worst team in the country or the least experienced team in the country. It's got to take it pretty hard on these Kent guys. They've got transfer QBs in from Purdue and Kansas State. They're trying to, resurrect things. The problem is with this team is they have no starters returning on offense and only 4 on defense. They might be the least experienced team in the country. They've got, nobody returning on offense. Out of all the players on their roster, offensive linemen, they started in 5 games last year. So that's their issue here in this one. Kent, they haven't been too good as a road underdog. Now, this is a special situation. You're playing Central Florida. Gus Malzahn of the Knights. He's doing a good job. He's doing an okay job. What are you going to do? You're going to, keep Central Florida as the monster that they were in the previous years. Look, the 4-year Malzahn is 18-9 with Central Florida. It's pretty good. But the 4 years before that, they were 41-8. So they're pretty strong. They return players, certainly. They've got Plumlee at quarterback. He was great. He was slinging it at Ole Miss, right? Interesting stat. Central Florida, they were plus 54 in turnover ratio the previous 5 years. Last year, they were -5. And UCF, a big game next week against Boise State. Could they look past this Kent team that, has these issues that I mentioned? Remember, Kent, they've been bowling. They never go bowling. And they've been bowling in 2 of the last 4 years. They've got a new head coach this year. Some big, big points here with Kent. Nobody wants Kent. I know that. Let me go over the chat and see what you guys have to say. Probably be going against you guys here. I know nobody's going to want Kent. I'm probably going to be on them with 5 touchdowns here. I mean, if you're Kent, still, like I said, they've done some things. They got no experience, no starters returning. All right, here's Michael says, take Central Florida. Nathan, lay it in the first half. Brent Cook's got him as a lock. Plumlee, we got everything going for him. Kent's got nothing going for him except for 35.5 points. And that's what I'm going to be. I'm going against you guys. Taking Kent here. What'll happen is I think Central Florida, the total's been dropping. Want to reiterate that statement that I made the other day. Now that we're on Thursday, maybe you missed that show. So we know that the clock rules now. Remember in the old days, you get a first down. Say you're on first down, 12-yard gain, clock stops. Not anymore. We're running that clock the whole way except for the last 2 minutes of the game and the first half, when the clock will stop on a first down, but not in the regular game. So there have been, 7 games so far. It's trimmed 5 plays off the games, but just 3 minutes of time, of real time. I believe that will increase as the kinks are worked out of the season. Frankie's with me. Yep. I don't know, Daryl. Yeah, I mean, Daryl says they haven't been good. Look, they've played in bowl games in 2 of their last 4 years. They've only been to 4 bowl games in their whole existence. So it's been kind of a good, but all those guys are gone now. That's the problem. And they got, like I said, new coach. But again, where their coach went. He went to join Dion. He's the offensive coordinator at Colorado. Guy's okay. Guy's not bad. So I think what will happen, Central Florida will have, and believe me, the handicappers are going to be Michael Roberts as a blowout. So handicappers are going to be on Central Florida. Paid handicappers going to be on Central Florida, no doubt. And you guys can go against me in this one. I'm just going to take those 5 touchdowns. I wish it was. Well, what it was. Did it get up to 37? And did we see some buyback here on Kent? Did anybody see it go that high? Maybe a backdoor for me, Ken said. Okay, hopefully, yeah. That's what it would have to be, right? Especially if you're looking at a game in the 54 range and a 35-point spread. So what could it be? Could it be 42-14? That gets me home. That gets me home easy. Even 49-14 gets us home. So, all right. That's the first one. Carla Hunter, hello. Nice to have you. Pleasure to have you here. She'll take the over in this one. And you know what? That's how they'll get the back. Maybe it'll be 56-21. 35 and a half points gets me home. We'll see. Be careful. Maybe there'll be some buyback on that 35 and a half. I want to make sure I've got 5 touchdowns and a hook. And if not, I'll probably buy it up to that because I think it has a feeling that it'll maybe end up right about there. So France up by 8 here on Iran. Like I said, we got the under. It's going to be looks like about 60 under 65 points here in the first half. So